Oh shit. I was like, what episode are we on?
Hey
Hey guys. Welcome to Geek Responsibly, Season 3, Episode 2.
Yeah. It's been a second.
Yes. Well, welcome. My name's Jenna Clark.
I'm Bridget Levy.
And if this is your first time coming, welcome. Thanks for sharing this epic adventure with us.
Yep.
Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, and share. We'll probably say it later, too, because you're going to be like, well, why would I want to do that?
Yeah. Stay my
Stay a
friend.
while.
Stay a while.
We
and
promise.
You'll find out.
It's not as bad as what you think.
Yeah.
If you have been here before, make sure that you've already subscribed, you're sharing and liking our content.
That way you guys get notification. You know when we release new segments, new episodes, all that fun stuff.
Chia!
Chia!
So, first segment. God
First
damn it.
segment!
Hold on.
I'm doing
First
it.
segment. I'm cut.
Shall we do it again?
Yes! Weekly catch-up!
Hey guys, so some of you guys actually experienced the weekly catch-up with us.
It was a lot of freaking fun!
All the energy. I
All
feel
of
like...
the epicness.
Dude, it was super epic. A lot of energy. And if you don't know what we're talking about, Jenna
You missed out.
Yeah, Jenna decided. I was like, hey, what are you doing? My husband's gone for the week. He's visiting family. And I'm like, well, I don't have anything to do. And I've been asking her, like, how do I stream? I don't really know what to do. Can I sit in and see what you're doing? It's a whole thing.
Oh, we showed her!
Oh my god. So it was pretty. So what do you think about it? It was intense because I never thought it could be like that.
So let's take it back to when we
Do.
hung out and had lunch,
Yes.
which was super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I was like extremely stoked that I got to go meet her for salad and some coconut ice cream.
Yeah, which was really good.
Good.
Really good.
I love that chocolate one. I should have got that one, but I was like feeling the vanilla at that time. But anywho, with that being said, I
thought we were
mentioned-
like agreeing, like I don't know if you were expecting it to be like that was. You're like, oh, just come over, we'll hang out. Meh.
So no, I did not expect that.
Yeah.
So what I was planning was I haven't been streaming as much this month just because I've been feeling a little bit off, a little bit blue, dabba dee, dabba da.
She's feeling better. Continue.
I've also noticed a lot of people on Twitter have been saying the same thing. So I see
it's
a
like
lot
a
of
weird
people
funk.
like just in funks,
Maybe
feeling
Mercury's in retrograde.
Mercury ended retrograde and
Damn
this
it.
happened and it was supposed to rejuvenate everyone and I think it's gotten the reverse effect, which is really interesting and I'm not into all of that. I'm not up to date on all of that.
Yeah, don't lie. Don't
Not
lie
that
and say
I'm not into it. I just am not up to date in it.
We should have a whole episode of metaphysical.
I feel like I need to be like really, well, we can do
Zen.
metaphysical.
Like a tarot reading.
Zodiac and stuff, I need to have like more details and stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
not up there. I don't have time for that. So,
I can't do star charts.
yeah, no. So, essentially, I said, what do you want to do? Or what are you planning to do? I think
said
I might go
nothing.
stream. And she's like, well, I might sit and play games too. And then we were like, do you want to hang out together? And then I was like, oh, my friend's coming over.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, and I want you to be a part of my stream because I think that would be great if like
Because I was just
you
going
would
to come over and hang out and watch you play games anyway.
My vision was this. You come over, you hang out right here,
Yep.
and we would design a home with the Fab Five, do a makeover, and everything would be all cool.
Did we do that?
Not what we did
Nah.
for a second.
Yeah.
Maybe 10.
You played with poses.
I played with poses.
And that's as far as we got.
And then it was
the training
just-
wheels came off, and we careened down in this burning wagon. Yeah.
It was a dumpster fire.
It was
The
crazy.
fire was inside the dumpster.
We're just watching Salem because he's
What
in
is
the
he
back,
doing?
like being a menace to society. What are you doing, Kiki?
Oh no. Oh! Oh jeez. He's like, get the fuck out
I
of
don't
my
know
place.
what to do.
As long as he
Anyway.
doesn't eat anything.
Anyway,
He's not biting stuff back there, is he?
He was biting some cords.
Oh my god.
What's happening?
Why do kittens like to bite cords? Hey!
We're gonna try to finish this up before he ruins something.
Perfect. So, she comes over, we get set up, She has the cutest little Send Nude sweatshirt on.
Oh, I love that.
I got my ramen shirt on. I'm like, we're ready to rock.
Yes.
Let's go ahead, take some photos. We got all set up.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened?
And then we just, I don't know. I think we just started talking to each other. Everyone started joining the chat, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And then we're like, "Meh, meh, meh." And then all of a sudden, it was just like explosions everywhere.
Yeah,
like our brains just went, Meh! And then it was like, it was a while. It was a while, 7 to like midnight.
It was literally till midnight.
It was till midnight. It was just like energy feeding on energy feeding on energy. Baby Shark played for like 10 minutes. My brain wanted to explode. We had Pop Rocks.
Pop Rocks ASMR. We were hyped up on Pop Rocks.
It was crazy. So then by the time, and then we were like just hanging out, and then we got you your 500 followers. Oh my god. Cat is freaking out.
Chico.
Freaking out. 500 followers because I felt like we were probably going to shut it down. And
we
then
were in the midst of shutting it down.
Yeah.
I didn't even know how many followers we were at. I didn't pay attention. And then all of a sudden somebody was like, "You're almost at 500."
And
I was like,
"Oh my god.
Oh, wait.
And
that's a goal."
And then we started asking everybody, and the next thing was like, boom, we nailed it. And I was like, oh shit. I go home like in a daze. I'm like driving, like, and I'm like, I told you this morning. I went home, I was like, Bruce Almighty. What? Like, total, I'm done. Like, I used to call it,
oh no, I broke it.
What's it called? When you get sent up to heaven and you leave your clothes behind. What's it called? Raptured. And so it's like, because I'll go home and I rapture my clothes. Like, I'll leave them at the front door and, like, just walk around like that. So, like, raptured my clothes, Bruce Almighty, like, let my dogs out. And I'm just like, nope, and went right to bed. And, like, I was trying to sleep, and I'm, like, sleeping. And I'm just like, Baby Shark. I'm like, motherfucker. Like, it's still. So it took a while, and I was, like, trying to, like, drown it out. And I finally, like, went to bed. But it was crazy. And then I feel like this morning? Was it this morning? Yeah, I still felt, like, energy drain. I was like, what happened? Like, did something happen a couple days ago? Like, you didn't even stream the next day. But I'm not surprised. Because I'm sure you're just like, like, I've done my part. Like, I did it. I did it on Tuesday. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I feel like that was, like, our big thing for the week, though, was that. Because it was just so much energy.
It was intense. But it was
You were
lot of fun.
headbanging. You were headbanging at one point.
Did headbang.
Yeah. That happened.
Psychosocial.
Yeah.
Slipknot.
That happened. That ended up happening.
That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Got a lot of followers for that one.
Yeah. Obviously, we know the crowd for sure. Ugh.
Lovely.
Besides that, how's the week been going?
So, besides being dead, and then I made the horrible decision on every single day I had a meeting at 7 a.m.
Oh, God.
And so I was early for the first one, which was right after that whole debacle.
Yeah.
So it was Wednesday, and I had like...
You're probably still riding from the high.
Oh, yeah. No, actually...
No? Crashed?
Oh, no, I was horribly like... Actually, I was late yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And then today. And
so you weren't early, you lied.
I wasn't early. I was early Tuesday, and then the next 3 days I've been...
So you were set up for success, and then we ruined it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is
glad that
exactly what happened. But then I had I was honest with myself. Like, last night I was like, all right, let's go. Let's do this. And then I was like, you know what? Nope. I'm going to go, tell everybody that I'm not going to do my stream, and I'm going to hang out with Steve. So we went and had a nice little date night, and then I've been reading a lot.
Nice.
So
I keep telling myself I was going to read Harry Potter because Mark's not here, and I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I've been staying up, like, super late for no reason. Just, like, watching TV, and I'm like, all right, cool. I haven't stumbled on anything that I really liked yet, either. I was like, all right, just kind of, like, going through stuff I already watched. I did finally watch the episode of Drunk... I see how I'm just going around. I watched the episode of Drunk History that I wanted to see so bad about, like, the Typhoon Mary, about her not washing her hands after taking a shit. Hilarious. It was so good.
Is that a new one?
Yes, it was a new one.
I
think it was this last Tuesday. It was hilarious.
Salem.
He's about to bring...
Eating the cords.
He's like tearing this place down. He's in trouble. Anyway, on that note, I think it's time to go to
I think
nerd
it's time
news.
we go to In Nerd News.
I feel like the place is on fire, and we're like, it's fine. Well,
That was fun. I still am having a hard time, like, getting energy.
I know, we'll get there. It's fine.
Bah, bah, bah. All right. So, in Nerd News, we wanted to focus on, because it's so freaking hot out right now in Arizona, we wanted to focus on something awesome like fall. So what are the things that are in fall that we are going to be looking forward to?
Which I think our fall is technically January.
It's October. I remember
still
October I
toasty.
was wearing like sweatshirts and stuff in the
I
morning.
don't believe you.
But then like in the afternoon you're
morning.
like,
It's still this isn't right.
Yeah.
No, there's some stuff coming out in the fall that I'm excited about. I believe that Picard show is supposed to be coming out.
Yeah.
And I was seeing on Twitter that Troy and Riker are actually going to be back on the show, which I'm stoked about because we've been going through Next Gen, and now I'm going through Voyager, which is I'm quite enjoying.
yeah,
Like, there's little romantic little nuances, because I think
cute.
I need that for a show.
I do too.
Like, if there's nothing, like...
I like little tiny romances.
Yeah,
then you're
there's
like,
gotta be something.
Intrigued.
Something, so I'm really excited for that. So that's something I'm looking forward to in the fall. There's the Dragon Prince that's going to be coming out, which is the next, I think, the third season on Netflix, which I've been sitting here waiting for that, and I didn't even get it from Comic-Con news. I ended up finding that, again, on Twitter. I think I'm finding more of my news on Twitter than I am ever before, which is insane.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're using Twitter now.
Yeah, I'm still
Welcome to the Cool
figuring
Kids Club.
I'm still figuring it out, but yeah. No, so Dragon Prince, and then the big one for me is that they had an announcement at Comic-Con, because they always do that crossover for, like, The Flash and, like, Legends of Tomorrow and all that, like the DC, all the CW stuff. Mm-hmm. And they had an announcement that Brendan Ruth, he's actually going to be playing Superman again. And if you had seen the Superman Returns movie, the one where he has a kid.
I didn't.
No. Do you know what I'm talking about, though? The girl with the two different color eyeballs, Lois Lane. No. She was a model. She had two different color eyes. Someone knows it. Anyway, so she plays Lois Lane. He's playing Superman. He did a great job in the movie. People didn't necessarily like the movie because they didn't like the idea that she had a kid and didn't tell him. Because it was actually supposed to be...
Wait. Lois Lane has a kid?
Mm-hmm. It's Superman's
With whose?
kid. Superman.
He can't.
It's impossible. Lois could never have Superman's baby.
He'd shoot fucking sperm right through her back. Otherwise, he'd have to wear a kryptonite condom, and that would kill him.
It depends on the load. We're not sure. So
clearly, you didn't watch Mallrats ever.
So what I have. So the thing about it, though,
they talk about in the food, the eatery.
Pakistan is not part of the food court.
Oh man, my favorite fucking movie.
So that movie's supposed to be the sequel. Do you remember the old ones?
Nope.
With Christopher Reeves?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a movie, and there's one of the movies, I don't know which one it is, and towards the end he flies backwards and the world spins backwards and time doesn't work like that, but the world spins backwards. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be after that, because they did get together in the movie, and he had to turn and reverse time, so she didn't remember any of it. So it was supposed to be that, because they're saying that it didn't reverse time, but it like messed with everyone's minds, so that's why she's pregnant, and she didn't know, but it's Superman's.
Interesting.
Anyway, Brandon did a fantastic fucking job playing Superman. And then I keep seeing him pop up on Chuck, and then I see him pop up on the CW, and I was like, I like that dude. I'm following his career. And then they announced at Comic-Con that he's going to be Superman again, which I think he's the Atom on the show. But so I was like digging deeper, and they're saying it's supposed to be the Kingdom Come Superman, which is like the older Superman, and some shit's gone down. Like, he's like, I'm done being a superhero. The world fucking sucks. I think someone gets murdered. Which is kind of like the,
Boys.
Infamous.
Oh.
Infamous. No, shit. It's the goddamn Mortal Kombat superhero game.
Infinite Justice.
Not Infinite Justice.
Injustice.
Injustice. Yes! Okay, that was gonna hurt my brain. So yeah, so that's like Injustice, except it's not the Joker, it's someone else. So he, I believe, is supposed to be playing an older version. And I just found out via Twitter that they're casting Kevin Conroy as Batman, who is the voice of animated Batman.
Oh, that's exciting.
So he's going to be cast on the CW as old Batman, I mean, he's looking rough, but he's going to be in it, so you're going to hear
exciting.
Batman. Yeah, I just found that out like a couple days ago, and I was like, ah!
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to for the fall?
Pumpkin spice lattes.
I still never had one.
Okay.
I just went and I finally tried a caramel macchiato thingy.
Oh, honey. Let me help you.
Well, I wasn't, like, I was craving something like that for, like, 2 weeks.
Caramel macchiato?
Yeah, well, something gross.
Did you get it with almond milk and extra caramel?
No.
You're doing it wrong!
So, I went, because I've been dreaming about it for a couple weeks, and I went and got the small thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I did almond milk, and I that was pretty much it. And I tasted it, and I was like, okay, this is all right. It was good.
It was all right.
It was good enough. Yeah, it, like, kind of, like, I just wanted, like, a sugary
Now I need
coffee
to
drink.
show you the iced chai with 10 pumps chai
10?
almond milk. 10.
Now I just think,
Kazoo!
like, 7 from Friends.
Stupid.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
But I will definitely take you over there and actually show you really cool drinks at Starbucks and other places because we all know Jenna has really good food choices.
This is very true.
But with that,
I've given in and stopped ordering.
I know.
For myself.
I was actually really proud of you.
Yeah, you
got that Caesar salad. How was it?
It was really good.
Yay!
Spicy.
It was a little spicy.
A little spice, but it was good.
Oh.
But the girl's like, she's like, are you sure? I'm like, literally exactly what she's getting. I'm not going to fight it.
So I have not done a lot of research on this, but I've seen...
Are you not, like, fall ready?
I'm not fall ready.
Okay.
But thinking about it now and us talking about it, now it's getting me to the point where I'm like, ooh, yay!
You're like, it's coming.
I'm a little bit more nervous because I have to go to San Diego for TwitchCon, and that's right on my birthday.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So, and I don't think that is fall yet.
It counts.
And then once it's
that counts.
done...
That counts.
Does it?
That counts.
September?
I'm grown up from New York, so September counts.
Okay.
Fall for me is like when you went back to school on the 8th. So yes, I would say that counts.
Okay, perfect. But I have been seeing, there's a girl that I watch, her name's Kelly Eden, super cute, and I should show you because she changed her whole house into a Barbie house, and big celebrities go and take photos there.
Oh.
She does amazing artwork.
Cool.
Like, super awesome. And she has amazing colored hair. She went to Japan just recently.
Mm-hmm.
And what she does, oh my god, okay, hold on. I'm so excited because
We
you're
found
here.
it. We found it. We've injected you with joy. I'm excited. Okay.
You're here.
Yes.
And I wanted to send it to you, but her account is private.
Okay.
Technically, or this area I couldn't send to you. It was a story.
Okay.
So what she does is she goes and collects Final Fantasy figurines, like probably about this big. Hold on. But the story on Instagram, she like takes a photo of them and it'll be like, oh, I see you in the light, da da da, and then it's like the next one, like the next picture is like, so she takes the little figure and is like, I have been waiting for you
she doesn't.
all the time. And so she had one.
She's doing that.
Yes, but she put like roses. What are you doing? And then she poses them, but then one of them she like put ketchup on him.
Yeah.
Oh, I died. And she put a ketchup bottle, but it was blood, like ketchup all over it.
I need to see this now.
Oh my god, I laughed so hard, but I couldn't send it to you for some reason. Like, you know how they have like the
I
arrow?
have to, like, follow or something.
I think so.
Oh my god.
Because I was like, oh my god, I have to show you this. But then I want her whole house.
Okay.
Like, that's what inspired me to get that third room.
So we're going to have to stalk her after the show.
Oh, yes.
Okay, solid.
Remind me.
Barbie. If I say Barbie house, is that going to be?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Totally.
solid.
So, why was I talking about her?
Because fall, we were talking about fall, and then you were talking about Final Fantasy.
No.
Twitch,
Okay, got
Twitch.
it. That helps.
You went Twitch to this.
Yep. I was, okay, got it.
Got it.
Full
Sniff it
circle.
out.
Actually, it's like probably a what is
The
that?
polygon thing.
Dodecahedron? Dodecahedron? What's that? A Leoplerodon.
You have all the easy words.
Hippopotamus. Damn you give him all the easy ones.
Okay.
Okay, so the reason why I said that is because she got invited for something for this TV show.
Okay.
Because again, she's actually really well known and she streams slightly. But it was a huge box and she opened it and it played music and like this phrase from the TV show.
Okay.
And she could make a little puppet show. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's called Carnival Row. I don't know anything about it.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's about. So I put a little blurb in here. It says it's set in a Victorian era, which, oh, yes, queen. The world has magical creatures live among humans, but they're displaced as, what is that word? Marginalized immigrants. Orlando Bloom and Cara Delevingne play a human and fairy caught up in a forbidden affair.
Wait. Question.
It's on Amazon Prime. Yes, you have seen commercials because it's nonstop on Twitch right now.
I have not seen commercials for it. I actually haven't. However,
I have all
fairies.
over.
I'm remembering this. The mistress from KUPD was asking about a TV show that she said she was asking about a TV show. She thought we had told her about it, and it was like a fairy that like drains energy from men. And I said, I don't know. I'd have to ask you. Or a game.
Yes, this sounds familiar.
Yeah, she said something, and I was like, Jenna probably knows.
Did you talk to her?
She's on our Instagram. We have to go back and message. I just said,
is she really?
Yeah, I said, hold on.
Wait
I gotta
a minute.
ask Jenna.
Our Geek Responsibly?
Yes.
Oh, that's how we got the Game Expo tickets.
Yes, the mistress.
Well, no, I knew who she was,
Yes,
but I was like, how did she remember? Our thing was Geek Responsibly.
Yes. Well, she's on there, and she's asking a question, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Let me talk to Jenna. So it's like a video game or TV show about fairies draining the energy of men. Ponder that, and so we can respond back to her. Sorry, guys, I had to get that out. That sounds amazing. I need to see a trailer because you've got Victoria area and you've got magical creatures among humans.
Because I want to see it too again. Well, that was fun.
And that's the Enchantress.
From the
Suicide Squad.
Yep, that's what I meant.
That looks really good. I'm excited, and I said August 30th, so real quick.
Yes.
Real soon.
So that one's coming out. Also, American Horror Story 1984 did look okay. I haven't watched American Horror Story for a very long time just
all
because
about the serial killers.
I am. That's the only reason why I was saying that it was interesting. I have not watched it since the Carnival one because I thought they were all garbage after that. So some of the books that I'm super interested about that are coming out is the Felicia Day Embrace Your Weird.
Yeah.
A guided journal for facing your fears and unleashing creativity.
Have you read any of like the like synopsis and stuff about it yet? Or what's on the inside cover?
The other thing too is mostly it's about like her things that she's gone through and how to like break through creative blocks, things like that. Well, I went to her first book signing. And totally freaked out, and I think the blog is still up on IamJennaClark.com back in the day. It was like 2012 or something that I met her. Freaked out, and I remember going up to her, and I was like, I'm going to ask her all this stuff, and then I blanked, and then she's like, you look like Jenna Marbles, and I'm just like, everybody tells me that. Okay, bye. Like, super awkward. But I love her. She's so amazing.
Did it make your heart skip a beat that she said Jenna?
Oh, yeah. I was like, ah! I loved her first book. This one's amazing. I already pre-ordered it. And then Gabrielle Bernstein, she is more of a self-help author. So I read all of her books, and it really helps me because she does more of like judgment detox, judgment on yourself and others. The Universe Has Your Back, May Cause Miracles, Spirit Junkie, literally have read them all. And at a point of time, especially when I was going through rough patches, which even right now I'm doing May Cause Miracles, which is a 40-day spiritual...
Like realignment?
Kind of, yeah. Like every day there's like a prayer and a focus. So like the first day you focus on what your fears are and you write them down at night, and then you continue breaking through them for 40 days. It's super awesome. But she's coming out with Super Attractor, Methods for Manifesting a Life Beyond Your Wildest Dreams. So that one's coming out September 24th. JVN then, so Jonathan Van Ness, Queen. He's got Over the Top, A Raw Journey to Self-Love, which I just feel like that is needed. And that's
like be a good book.
Also coming out September 24th. So guess what? Jenna's got 2 books coming out September 24th.
I'm probably going to definitely get Over the Top because I have a feeling it's going to be amazing because he's very deep. He really is. And and if he's really just writing, or whoever is writing it for him, like if they really are getting him, it'll be a delight to read.
Oh yeah,
a delight.
I wanted to read Tan France's as
I didn't
well.
buy that one.
I was a little upset because he was coming here for a book tour, and I could have met him.
I missed it.
It was only $40. You get a book and you get to meet him, which is I do all the time. I do that for anybody that I see coming. If Chuck Palahniuk ever comes here and does a book signing, I would die.
You're gonna camp out for like a week.
Oh my god. I would be like, hey, off the grid, no one needs me, K. I'm just sitting here. So Chuck, if you ever watch this in your entire life, I am not crazy. I just really love you and the style that you write. So Chuck writes Fight Club. He also writes, currently I'm blanking, The Haunted was a good one. Snuff was another good one. Beautiful You was fabulous. Oh my god. So good, because it's such a different style of writing.
Yeah.
That I just absolutely, like, he doesn't start like how most people start.
Okay.
He just like starts from this random point, and then all of a sudden you're
like,
like,
draws you in differently.
Yeah, because you're like, wait, what? Like usually it's not like a ramp up, like this is what's happening.
It was a dark and stormy night.
Yeah.
Someone got stabbed in the junk. You're like,
yeah, they're like, there is one that's like that. Like a murder fucking happens, and then you have to like go backwards. It's so cool. So Snuff is another one that's really interesting. I'll have to tell you about it. But anywho, Tan France was here for a book tour.
Yeah.
Then literally I was like, well, I wonder, like JVN was promoting his book, and then I looked, and his tour literally was that week. Yeah. And I was like, should I buy tickets? My parents are coming up. And I didn't. And I missed him. And I just like watched his story while he was waving goodbye to Phoenix.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
I was upset. I was hoping to get that, but I was coming back from Rome at the time, and I came back and was just done. I was so tired, and I had to go right back into work and do all the open houses. So I was just like,
yeah. So we missed it. But that's it. Those are the things that I'm excited for.
Wasn't John here? Jonathan was here doing a comedy show.
That's what I literally just said.
Oh, I was thinking we're still on Tan.
No, I just said Jonathan.
Sorry. Both of those
and
boys.
he was waving goodbye.
My bad.
On Instagram stories.
My bad.
All right, let's just go to, not internudes that I was just about to say, but Paperback Mountain.
Summer got you down. Need something to do.
Read a book or two.
Ooh, that's so good. You did so well.
Thank you. You threw me off. And I was like, oh, we got this.
No, I like how, like, even though I threw you off, you still, like, got it.
Yep.
You're like, no, got it. I see what she's doing with this.
That's how we do this.
I know. It just, like, works.
Yeah.
Well, because we're still stuck in summer and we can't fast forward to fall, we're trying to think of, and again, it's hot here, so ew, gross. No one wants to go outside.
Yes.
So trying to think of things that you can do, and more importantly, things to read for the summer, so you guys can, like, escape everything, escape your life, escape the heat, and just enjoy life somewhere else for a while.
Yeah. So what books do you have?
I have 3, and I also, you're so proud of me, I wrote down the authors, and I have the Go-Reads, or the Goodreads thing.
The ratings!
I have the ratings!
Oh my gosh. Okay, cool.
Okay, so the first one...
And this all makes sense. Like, if you check the ratings, it makes sense. But continue.
So the first one I was going to do is the Lich King book, Arthas, by Christy Golden, which is rated, like... Well, hold on. What was your scale again? I want to make sure I do
It needs
this
to
right.
be 4 or higher.
Okay. Scaled 4.1. And the reason why I picked this one, it was one of the first books I read. And it was for me like a stepping stone from video games into books. So it's a deep dive into the lore of Arthas and his story of becoming the Lich King. And a lot of it is set where it's cold. It's so like, it's something like when I'm reading it, I feel like chill.
Yeah.
And at the same time, but it's like going in depth, going through that story, and made me want to go back and resub to WoW. So it was kind of nice to go through that. So that's
Are you back on WoW?
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not back on WoW. I'm still on
Final Fantasy.
Got it. But I'm like teetering between 8 and 14.
Got it.
So you say Final Fantasy, I'm like, let's talk about that. So yeah, Arthas is my number one. Christy Golden, 4.1. So I think that works.
Yes,
That
that works. Well, and that shows that people are interested in knowing how the Lich King became, who he is, and Christy did a fabulous job that people were appreciative of the story. They rated it a 4.1.
She is probably one of the better authors when it comes to the World of Warcraft stuff.
Did she also do that most recent one?
The Stormblood one? Or the whatever. With Jaina?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's done like 6 or 7 of them.
Because I have that one.
Yeah, no, she's done 6 or 7 of those. But the Arthas one's good because not everyone's played through World of Warcraft 3, which is like the one game that's like... The problem with that is like you have to play this storyline. It's like, okay, defend yourself for 30 minutes. So it's a very long game to go through. So if you don't want to go through that, if you read the book that's taking you through the story of Arthas and how he essentially downfalls into Lich King. So that was one of them, in case you're looking for something kind of fantasy. The second one I actually got from Mark. And I don't know anything about this book. It is a Star Wars book that he reads, but he reads it constantly. Remember how we talked about people who
read books?
Mm-hmm. This is his go-to. I'm on vacation. I'm going to read this whole book all over again. It's called Shadow of the Empire by Steve Perry. It's rated 3.82, so it's under the 4 mark, but it had like
it's still
15,000 people rating it. So I'm curious as to what it is, but it's just something that pulls Mark back every time. Like every time we go on vacation, he brings that book, and I didn't know what it was called because it's just he took the cover off, so it's just this red book with a black spine, and I was like, you're always bringing that same book, and he's read it over and over and over again.
Interesting.
So like
I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, I was like, well, Lich King for like fantasy stuff, Star Wars, wherever that goes, I'm assuming it's going to be that kind of thing. And I hear it's very in depth. Like they say, like going through the games or the books, like I think in anything really, it's like you lose so much when you do that versus just actually sitting down and reading it. So that's the second one. And then the other one is something I think we both read.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready Player One by Ernest Cline is a 4.28. And that one I was picking just because if you're wanting, well, it's fun, and it's definitely more of like if you're wanting like that retro kind of gaming, it's definitely setting a lot of games from the 70s and 80s.
And movies.
Yeah. So it's kind of like it's like that pop culture book that you can just kind of escape to, even though it's set in the future. I mean, you can watch the movie, but read the book.
Yeah.
Read the book. I would do that. So yeah, something for you fantasy guys, Arthas, something for the like Star Wars kind of stuff, Shadow of the Empire.
Sci-fi.
And then, sci-fi. And then Ready Player One, also sci-fi, but pop culture and some fun little nuggets in there by Ernest Cline for you guys. So that's what, once I can get through Harry Potter, that's on my docket to go through them again.
I like it.
I literally should have just done my top 3 as like Harry Potter 5, saying like, and just done all of those because I still have to read them. Like that's, like these, I'm not reading these for the summer because I'm stuck on Harry Potter.
It's okay.
Someday.
You already read those.
Someday.
And it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that I picked are The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertelli.
And please explain these because I've never heard any of these books that you recommend, and I'm always curious of like what they're about.
Okay, so this one, remember my weird fascination with Simon versus the Homo Sapiens?
Yeah, we couldn't get you off that for like 3 weeks.
Same lady. I decided to deep dive into some of her other books.
Recently?
This is the one of them, so I'm reading it right now.
Okay.
So it's actually about a girl named Molly, and seems to be that she's on summer break. So
Convenient.
perfect.
Convenient.
So conveniently done. So she is got a new summer job working at kind of like a little knick-knack store, like at their summer cabin.
Okay.
It almost seems like. So she went to like the summer cabin, or
Is she in high school or
they're in high school around that time. But again, it's like summer. It's like I think they may have. I can't remember if they graduated and they're going to college or if they're like
senior
in
next year or something.
Yeah, something like that. So I think that they're not at the summer cabin because like they know a lot of places. They're like talking so I just started. Essentially what happens is she goes to this concert and it sounds like she has a group of friends, but one of the friends goes off to move somewhere, and so her sister takes her along on all the things that they used to take the friend.
Okay.
So they have like 2 friends that are very like low key, don't go out and do things.
Yeah.
And then her sister and this other friend used to go out and do all these like clubbing, things like that.
Okay.
But now that friend moved, she drags these other 2. with her. So they're at this concert or like this club and they're hanging out and she has this shirt on from like a local band. And she goes into the bathroom and this girl is like sitting there and goes, "Oh my gosh, can you help me get me toilet paper?" So she's like washing her hands and was like, like, okay. So like
I'll do that.
She hands this. Well, this girl comes out and she has this like local band t-shirt on.
Okay.
She's like, "Oh my God." And she's like, she's super hot. My sister will love her, blah, blah, blah. Because her sister's
single, I take it?
Single and into girls. And so that's how it starts.
She was trying to hook her sister up.
She's trying to hook her sister up. Now, a little bit about Molly though is she's a little bit heavier.
Okay.
They say that in the book. I have no idea. Like, there's no pictures, nothing that shows anything on the book cover, things like that. So I'm not really sure how to gauge yet. But she's had 26 crushes, never had a boyfriend, never kissed anyone. So now her sister and her friend and everybody else like talks about how they've, done it once or twice and this and that. So she I'm getting to the part where she's like, man, like this.
She's getting some serious FOMO.
Kind of feeling like I'm the only virgin, things like that. So she meets up or tells her sister, "Oh my God, I met your dream girl in the bathroom, blah, blah, blah." So these trail of events happen and they randomly meet up at the little like train thing. And then she's like, "Oh my God, that's the girl." So the girl comes over and she has like this boy there with red hair. You like that. So it's
ding. Already, so I'm intrigued.
So he keeps asking her questions and she's like, "Oh, I don't know." And they're sitting on the train thing and then they get off on their stop and then the people kept going. So like that was it. She's like, "Oh, this will be it. Like I'll never." That was a cute little because again, she's always crushing on people but she never dates anyone. She's kind of awkward. She's a nerd.
Yeah.
So I can totally relate to her. So essentially her sister is like, "Oh, I got that girl's number.
Nice.
Blah, blah, blah. And we're hooking you up with Freddie or whatever his name is."
The ginger.
Yeah, the ginger. Okay. So she's like, "Oh my God, what did you do?" But then the next day she has to go to her first job, our first day of her job. And right away.
Please tell me he works there.
No. She meets this other guy. And he's real nerdy. And he's wearing a Lord of the Rings shirt.
Shut up. That's in the book?
Yes. And so I'm like, oh, and she's like, already it feels so comfortable talking to him. I don't know why, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like,
I'm going to look this up right now.
Yes, you're going to love Reed. It's Lord of the Rings Reed.
You literally said Lord of the Rings and a ginger. And I'm like, I think I'm going to be buying a book right now.
Well, the next day when she meets it or sees him,
yeah,
he's wearing, what shirt? He's wearing a different shirt. Was it Star Wars? No, I can't remember what the shirt is, but she makes fun of him.
I'm fucking looking up.
Yeah, the upside of Unrequited.
Okay.
Keep going. Becky Albertelli. No, that's as far as I've gotten.
Oh.
So I have a feeling she's going to fall in love with Reed, but her sister on the back end is trying to hook her up with this other guy who she does think is cute. But I'm like, I see that you're going to go with Reed. Please go with Reed.
I hope she goes with the ginger.
He seems really cute. No, the ginger is the other guy that her sister's hooking her up with.
Okay, hold on.
It
says it's a 4 even.
Nice.
On Goodreads.
I'm good.
It's also 94% of Google users like this.
Yep. It's a good one so far. And I'm only 40 pages in.
Like physically reading or Audible?
Physically reading.
Okay.
My Audible books that I'm currently reading.
Yes.
Must read is Name of the Wind. Patrick Rothfuss.
You finished it, right?
Frick. I finished it all 38 hours.
You love it?
Love it. Like, cannot, like, I almost wanted to, like, restart it and, like, see if I missed anything.
Huh.
But I'm like, okay, I should just go to book 2. Wise Man Fears. But I don't even want to ruin it. It's like the old, it's like what Harry Potter, like, I could see it be a Harry Potter book, but so much better written.
Okay. Well, do you mean that, like, written for you now is written for you back then? Because you are in a different mindset now. No.
Well written. Like, the details, the things that he puts in there. Holy crap.
Shots fired.
It's so good.
Steve approved.
Like, the thing that Steve says, it's really good, right behind us. So, highly recommend that. That's like my number one. If you have any book that you want to read, please do audio or even read the book. If you have, it is a little bit thicker. Giggity. That's what she said. It's 600.
Stop. But that Schmidt one, he's like, tell me when. Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
No way. So let's start over.
I'll fix the book.
It's literally 600 some pages.
Oh, damn.
They had a 10th anniversary edition, but obviously I bought it. It's got red pages. And it's about this big.
Maybe
Seriously?
I should go.
Seriously?
No, you're kidding. Right?
Start over.
I feel like because because we saw an ad for burgers, and now I want burgers, and now I want to go buy these books right now.
Let's do it. You just literally spoke to my soul. Food, books, done. Date night. I will be there no matter who you are. Anywho.
You have a third one.
I have a third one.
So far, like, I feel bad because I'm like, oh, here's mine, and I'm like, the urge to write down yours. I'm like, all right. Story of my life.
Hold on.
I feel like Jenna's only allowed to do book recommendings.
No. That's not true at all. Hold on. I want to see what Name of the Wind was rated.
Well, you're at a 4 even for the upside, which I'm already... You literally said Ginger in Star Wars. I'm like...
When I was reading it... I was reading it and I was just like, oh, okay. And she has like... The way that she writes it is not too advanced, but it's not like dumbed down like you're like... Oh my God! Yeah, they found someone. Okay, fine.
Harry Potter book 1.
That's kind of like
it was hard to get through. I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on.
It got really good once you got to like 4.
Is it looking for? Okay, there we go. Oh shit! Name of the Wind.
Oh my God, I found it.
King Killer Chronicles at a 4.54.
Ooh, that's really
with
good.
609,000 ratings.
That's the highest rate so far. That's the highest rated recommended book so far.
And I've already finished this one, so currently reading. I need to pop this
how
right now.
How nice is it to be on Goodreads and you switch it to red?
Done!
Isn't it nice? You go,
Can I tell you something?
I love doing that.
Do you do the reading challenge? Have you ever heard of the reading challenge?
I've heard of it. I've never done it.
So, little trick. It makes you feel super amazing. I set mine at a whopping 10. I nailed it!
Oh my God!
You passed books by reading 15 books.
That's awesome.
Oh, I love Fangirl. Okay, so next book that I would recommend, which I'll get the rating real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, because I feel like we need to do the ratings, just because it goes into like what you're saying we need to look at.
Yes. Let me see.
We're being edumacated, and I have like sparkles on me.
Edumacated.
Hey, son, trying to sneak on in.
Oh, cute. So there's 2. But I'll just.
Are you sneaking 2 in?
I'm not gonna describe either.
I'll allow it.
I'll just give the title. So highly recommend Will Grayson. Absolutely love that book.
Yeah.
It did only get a 3.8, so I'm in there with Mark's. Yeah. 3.82.
But there's something to it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It was so sweet.
If you want to hear the whole thing,
he didn't like it at all.
Go back to our last 2 episodes, or last 4 episodes, and she's been talking about this book for a while.
I love that book. Anywho, so it's very dear to me. Okay. I love it so much. I literally started reading it, laughed literally out loud, which doesn't normally happen often. Went and bought the audio, was listening to the audio, and they switched people reading it.
Yeah.
Because this book is written by 2 different authors.
Oh.
One is John Green, who wrote Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah.
And the other one is the one that's like Everyday or something, David Leviathan. And so they did 1 chapter each, and each person is a Will Grayson. Oh. And they meet somehow in the book. This is the one I was telling you about. Yeah. They meet somehow in the book, and then their lives unfurl, etc.
Okay.
The next one would be Fangirl. It's a 4.08. This one is by Rainbow Powell. Her name is Rainbow.
That's super pretty cute. Awesome.
So this is a book written about me if I was in an alternate universe. I feel like this would be me. So I can't remember her name in the book. She is a fanfic writer.
Oh.
She's 18 years old. Okay. She's been writing fan fiction on this fake story of Simon and Bass, who are vampires or one's a vampire and is not they're not supposed to be friends.
Okay.
But then it's like a Harry Potter style, like
Romeo and Juliet kind of thing?
No, so they're 2 boys.
A curse on all your houses.
Yes. So it's 2 boys, and they're just they're not supposed to be friends, etc.
Yeah.
She writes fan fiction on them loving each other but never doing anything. Like, it's always just like that, oh, he made me feel this way, blah, blah, blah. So all these people are following her, and she's kind of like famous, but nobody knows who she really is.
Okay.
And again, she's 18 years old, and she just writes this fan fiction. She loves writing. She goes to college, and she has a twin sister. So the whole story unfolds that she's going to college, and her twin sister, who she's literally been with every single second of her life, decides to tell her and break the news that she doesn't want to be her roommate because she feels like she needs to meet new people.
That makes sense.
Oh my God, her roommate is hilarious. The boy that like falls in love with her is hilarious. The things that she goes through is just so real because you're like, oh my gosh, I can see this happening, and oh my God, I didn't know that this was going to happen. So her dad also is in the picture. Her mom left them.
Yeah.
Because her mom was like, I feel like I had kids too young. This is too much for me, and left.
Yeah.
Bounced. So it was just a nice, tight-knit group of her sister, her dad, and her. For the longest time, her dad starts having anxiety, has to be put into this institution.
Yeah.
So, and it's nice because they're kind of close, so they can drive back to go see him where the school they are.
Okay.
The sister starts getting into a bunch of...
college shit?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was really touching because you're like, shit.
I did that.
Well, and she ends up in the hospital. So there's parts in there. And through me listening, I listened to the book. I have the book physically, but I listened to the book, this one, and it was really well read. I was like, wow, this book never ends, but there's so many layers. Like, you have just the fan fiction portion, then her roommate, then her dad, then her sister, then her mom.
Like, this unfurled as you were describing.
But then it was just like literally like perfectly woven and perfectly done, and in between each chapter was a little snippet of the fanfic.
Interesting.
Oh, it was so good. So good. I highly recommend it. Summer reads. I loved it.
Oh my gosh.
Those were mine.
Okay. That was a lot. So we're going to move on to race class.
Sorry, guys. I ruined it. Yay.
We had on the docket to talk about the whole Mixer and Twitch shit that's going on with Ninja and all that, but I don't know if we really wanted to talk about it versus just talking about streaming in general and talking about maybe pros and cons of what do you like streaming as a streamer, and then what do you like as a viewer?
Yeah.
So I mean, because I didn't want to go too deep, but because I don't know.
Well, and
I don't know much about Mixer that I can't really. I feel like I can't put much of an opinion on it.
So yet. I know a little bit about Mixer, but I like your spin. To be honest,
who cares?
I don't care. If you want to go,
like, oh my God, Ninja. I'm like, I don't know who that is. I really don't.
No, that's not what I mean.
Okay.
I mean, like, if you want to go stream on Mixer because you feel like your audience is there, do it. If you feel like you're on Twitch, like, we can't be following people. We got to do what we do because, and figure out why are you doing it. What is your end goal? Do you want to be Ninja and have, like, Microsoft pay you $100 million?
Well, you can't be Ninja. That someone already else is. Be the best version of you.
Well, I'm saying, like, aspire to be, because other companies are now purchasing other streamers because they are going and saying, oh, Ninja's doing so well for Microsoft and bringing in. So that is the new thing, is seeing how much you're worth. So there's a new thing called the Blue Book Stream Book or something like that.
The Blue Book,
Stream
like, for
book.
cars.
So you can rate yourself to see how many followers you have and how much that equates in dollar-wise, so that you can sell yourself.
That would make me anxious.
No, that's the business. The thing is you don't really see that type of side because I've seen it in Instagram. So, like, once I hit over 4,000 followers in Instagram, I started getting a bunch of people asking me to wear their clothing, this and that, because that's what marketing has come to nowadays. So, same thing with streaming. If I'm going to go ahead and see this guy named Ninja and he's bringing all of these people in to Twitch, we're Microsoft. We're going to pay you, Ninja, to come back to your roots, play Halo for us so that we can get better money on Halo.
Yeah.
Super smart marketing.
It is smart.
But we're not all like that. We can aspire to be like that, but we have to figure out what our niche is. There's so many people playing Fortnite, so many people playing Apex Legends. You have to stand out. How do you stand out?
That makes me wonder too, is because you're saying like so many people are playing Fortnite and so many people are playing the Legends, but then I'm like, are they only playing it because that's what is because that's what's popular?
Yeah.
Do they even like the game?
Not a lot.
Like,
Not
that's
a lot
the
of
thing.
times.
So it's like, and like I
mean,
wonder.
you can get to liking it, but a lot of the times you're just doing it because you want to be the next person seen.
I just
Or
wonder, like, with
you want to go to the tournaments. Have you heard about the tournaments?
I know there's like League of Legends and Overwatch and stuff, or being like because Blizzard has like legit that they're paying people to be in the league. But
they do that with Fortnite. They do that with Apex Legends. We have them here.
It's just like it makes me wonder, like with the whole ninja thing. It's like, does he really? I'm sure he likes his job, but is it super limiting when the corporate hands get a hold of you? Then
well, think about it.
You need to play this and only this, and you have to play it for 80 hours or whatever it may be.
And that's the thing. That's what you have to weigh out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's why I said, figure out why you want to do this. What do you aspire to come out of all of this?
Yeah.
So my biggest thing, because I get anxious and nervous that nobody likes listening to me and all the things that I'm doing with my stream, and then I have to remind myself, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
I want a supportive, loving community. I don't mind that I would have maybe 200 to 300 people watching me at any given time, and we just hang out.
Yeah.
That perfectly fine. When it's a couple thousand and you're not even like reading the chat,
Yeah.
I don't like that because I feel like nobody cares. When I go and jump into other people's stream, because on the times that I'm not streaming, I'm in other people's channels, hanging out, meeting people, because there's so many people out there now.
Yeah.
Like I just met somebody last night who loves Harry Potter, who loves Jonathan Van Ness.
Bobbers is strugs to funk. That's struggling to function. Strugs to funk is what Bobby is. Bobby strugs to funk can't.
We connected over a tweet that she wrote about anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
And somebody that I follow retweeted it or replied to it. And I was like, I'm going to reply to this.
Yeah.
And so I just started, and we just hung out, and now I like added her on Twitch so that I could go and watch her and support her. Like, there's other people out there that I want to connect to and just I want to be more positive. There's so much negative stuff
There
on
is.
Twitter right now that I got sucked into one tweet. One tweet.
No.
I commented. I feel like I'm still fine with what I commented. I feel like it was okay. I'll tell you what it was.
Was it already? Would it start off as like a negative tweet?
Oh yeah, the dude was a jerk.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what it is, but I haven't talked about or commented or retweeted anything about any of the people posting about them hitting their animals lately. Like, I don't know if you've seen that one. That's happened three times now. There was also one about a guy abusing his girlfriend. That was another one. I'm trying to be above those and start just pushing out all this love.
Good
so I find
energy.
people that are writing about feeling depressed or not feeling well, and I'm going, hey, I don't know you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know you. Nice to meet you. So I
see
keep
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I just keep pushing those out. So from that one negative one, I was like, that was dumb. Turn around, and I sent out 10 positive ones.
Yeah.
But that one that I commented on, the guy said that women over 30 lose 90% of their eggs. Yes, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
He said that we should focus on having babies before building a career. And I said, oh, hell no. And I popped off. I sent it. And then I was like,
You got triggered.
I got triggered, and that was dumb. And now I'm going to go ahead. And I left it because I was like, no, I'm true. I didn't say mean things. I told him that, something about like women are being very successful, and a new study shows that women are getting offered positions over men.
Yeah.
And then I said something like, are you just feeling
Upset for that reason?
yeah, like offended or whatever, and that was it.
Excuse me.
Burn! 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 Burn!
And then I was like, whatever. I shouldn't have said that, but I did.
But at least you took that energy, like, because you knew it was like, you knew he was already putting out trolling like vibes, and you went for the bait. You put what you needed to say. You're like, okay, no, I'm not gonna regret saying this. I'm dropping it there, and and even though you went there, you're like, you know what? I'm so flustered and upset, I'm going to take the energy and make it into something else.
Yes.
Which is good.
Yeah. And I think that we need to do that on Twitter.
It costs nothing to be kind. It really
Correct.
doesn't.
And it's so fun because there's so many fun things that can be on Twitter. You just have to, and I'm not trying to blind myself from all the negative. Like there's times when I read it, I just try not to comment and leave it where it lies because that's just not my fight.
And I'm definitely trying to reach out into the community because it's like streaming. I want mine to be like relaxed and chill and not, I don't really care if I'm getting a ton of people because that's not what I'm there for. And then, you know, you've been pushing me. You're like, hey, you really just need to go out and see like other people.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Wait,
Date other people.
Wait. So first
I
off,
did.
your
Today
question.
was today.
Your question was where do you want to see your stream?
Yeah.
Or like how do you want your stream to be? Like what do you want to do?
Yeah.
And then what do you like to view? So you just said that you like to just be chill. Like explain your stream because you've been kind of dabbling in it a little bit.
My stream is more of like a chat, I guess. Like I would like to be able to talk to the people and find out because I love people. I love having conversations. Oh, good conversation. I'm a Gemini. I talk nonstop. So like having the good conversations is what I'm drawn to. So I want to be able to play something that I don't necessarily have to pay attention to. So like Final Fantasy VIII, played it so many times that I really don't need to pay attention to it. So then I can have a good conversation with the people that are in there. As far as viewing stuff, I'm very, very new to going through Twitch as a viewer.
Okay.
To be completely honest with you.
Okay, what did you do? How'd you do it?
I was starting to follow some of the friends that I made from the podcasting competition. So I was like kind of watching them. They were doing their podcast where they were playing games. Mm-hmm. I sat down with you and did that like here. And then this morning I was done. I was like, okay. And I was ready to just like leave and like go away and be done. And like, okay, I'm done. Cut myself off. And I saw that Nerdy was streaming.
Nerdy Muggle.
So I'm like, all right, this seems like a
so
safe...
funny. I switched over to hers real quick.
Yeah.
Just to say
I think
goodbye
I saw your
after
bits. I think I saw your bits.
Oh, good.
So like, it's nice because I didn't realize how much anxiety I actually have. So it's like it's a safe space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know them.
Yeah, so it's like I know them. So like I've been getting more into your Discord because I'm like seeing everybody. I'm like, okay, like if I'm gonna watch people stream, I kind of want to watch people that I know.
I see you as
like,
the Tarzan elephant. Is
Yeah.
this sanitary?
Yeah, looks questionable to me. That's kind of what it is. So it's like I was going through the Discord because I'm like I don't know what to watch, and
Okay.
I've seen people where I go to like follow or watch them, and I'm like, well, I'm bored, or they're not engaging, or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
and I agree. Like, I really despise when bigger streamers are streaming, and they don't pay attention to their chat. I get when they can't.
Yeah.
Like if they have a bunch of people.
Or they're in a tournament or something.
Yeah, or they're playing like Apex Legends or whatever, or they're not doing like a just chatting session. And it can be hard. It's just that when they're like this, I'm like, come on, man.
Weirdly enough, we swear. We do. We're sailors. But I do not like going to a stream and the guy that's on there or the girl is obsessively over the top. You can tell they're kind of themselves, but like times 10, like a little too much. And when it's like people who are like that energy-wise, that doesn't bother me. But when it's like being vulgar for no reason to be vulgar, I weirdly don't like that, even though we can be pretty gutter folk.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So you jumped into Nerdies.
I jumped into Nerdies. And
was she playing Garden Paws yet?
She was playing Garden Paws.
Did you finally see what it was like?
I didn't get to stay very long, but she got wings. But I jumped in, and I was like, hey. And like it took her a second. But like the thing that I really liked is she's like, oh my God, Bridget. And I was like, this feels nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, like we know each other, like we have an idea. It's like kind of, so it's like I kind of dig that. So I'm gonna try to keep looking, like definitely for the people in the Discord. But
did
like,
I not?
No, I know. That's why I'm like,
because I was like, oh, let me show you what they usually do.
I pretty much am like your big sister, and I push you in front, and I'm just like test it, make sure it looks good, and you're like, it's fine. Yeah, no, because it's like it was like I realized this today. I'm like, wow, I have a weird anxiety when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And I take pictures of people for a living at their wedding. But there's that, I have a camera in front of me. I'm disconnected. I'm running this. I'm not, I don't know. So like doing the stream thing was very different. And like going out and trying to find people, I'm just like, when I do anything like when you went out and met the streamers, when I have to go out and do that and I have to like go to a big crowd of people, you will find me in the corner sipping a drink and not talking to anybody.
Oh my gosh.
So
Come with me.
So this was my like version of it where it's like, okay, I know that name. She seems super nice.
She's so
she
sweet.
Is.
She's
yeah,
so sweet.
And she was just making pet voices the whole time, like, and I was like, okay, we do.
This
like,
is
I
me.
do this, yeah. So it was like that. So I'm just.
I love
it was
her.
my
Hold on.
my version of just like walking over, going hi.
Do you love her? Hi, I'm Bridget.
Yeah.
Do you love her candy references and everything? She has little nerds as emotes.
I saw the nerd. I was going to mention it. We didn't talk too much about it because she went right into our podcast and was talking about the sexy priest, and we had a whole thing about that.
Oh,
so I was
perfect.
excited.
Yeah, so see, you connected.
Yeah, I was like,
yay!
oh, I was like, this is nice. Yeah, so like she's definitely, it was one of those first ones where I was like,
That was a good one.
hi.
Thank you, Nerdy.
Thank you, Nerdy, for being so sweet and so very kind and so very welcoming. It was very nice, and I felt really, really happy that you recognized me, even though my name is not Bridget. Like, it's Huku. She's like, I don't. Then she dawned on her, and I was like, like, it was sweet.
That's so
I
funny.
liked it.
I love it.
So yeah, as far as viewing, I'm not sure yet.
Good.
I definitely want that community. I want people.
Yes, to
like,
make you feel
I
welcomed.
want people that I'm gonna eventually, like, I want to know everyone that's in my stream.
It's
gonna be hard because you have like 500 people. That's gonna be difficult. But still, it's like, it's nice to like recognize some of those voices or those.
Oh,
voices.
I do though.
Yeah, but I'm saying like that's why I like the Discord. It's like it's nice to have that, and you can start.
Correct, and that's why I was saying.
Except you do need a NC-17 in yours.
What?
You're gonna need a new. Oh my god, you guys, the Discord's hilarious. You need a new like subcategory.
For dick pillows. That came out of nowhere, and I was at work. I was like, well, that just popped up.
Yeah, it was great.
But
one of the members is fantastic. I love it.
So, what I would like to say is, I will help you. Let me know, and I will sit with you, and I can show you who I would recommend to slowly
It's
get
like
in.
books, but I
Yes.
make you recommend people.
Because there are some that like I love and some that, are not as fun. And I've already gone through all of that about 6 months ago.
And you're just like,
and
no.
now I'm slowly getting, and to be
Well,
honest,
we have
I'm a
lot
little
of similar
nervous.
taste, so it's
Correct.
nice because then you're like, you're like,
Yeah,
you
come
don't
this
like
way.
it. Yeah.
Well, and I'm a little nervous for TwitchCon because
You're gonna have
I
to do
see
that.
people
Yeah.
here, but that doesn't mean like I've not seen them face to face, and it's
Yeah.
like big. Like for me, I feel like it's a little bit more starstruck still. Like Empire, for example, or Wild for Games. Like they are.
Seems like a nice guy.
Oh man, they're like super awesome, but they're like one's a partner, one's got a ton of followers and has a YouTube channel that he's just popping off. And he almost is close to, I think, 100,000, which he'll get his little play button. I think he might have already done it.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I'm gonna see him and be like, and then be like, I like meat, and then it's super fucking awkward. Like, what? So I still have issues too.
I just didn't realize that. Like, I knew I had those as far as like big, like convention kind of stuff. I didn't realize I got that online.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Well,
like,
I get it. So now come along with me.
I'm slowly like I've been typing more in the Discord and like, hi.
Which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Because like people feed off of that.
Yeah.
Because at first it was really quiet and I was like feeling defeated, and then now I get like the regulars.
Which is nice because then I go in and see what people are posting, and I'm
Yep.
just like, okay.
And then
it's
there's a
making me
whole
know
side
them.
that I keep adding things.
Yeah, and I'm just happy to. Yeah, oh my god. If I'm just happy to like start seeing all these names that I recognize, so it's like. Because it's like that feeling when you're playing Final Fantasy and you have a link shell, or World of Warcraft and you have a guild, and now it's just a little bit bigger. Mm-hmm. So it's like I'm just baby stepping, going, like just kind of figuring out what else is there. So yeah, I'm excited.
I would say that for me, I want to stay with The Sims because, like you had said,
you're good at that. That's fun, and you love it.
And what you have said is you've played Final Fantasy over and over. You have a heart for it, and best part is you don't have to focus on it.
Yeah, you can do what
I
you
want
need
to be
do.
able to stop. There's a lot of times that we stop and we just talk and we just hang out and do whatever.
Yeah.
Or,
Which are
I can
great
do
nights.
things mindlessly within The Sims, or we're doing it together and adding. But then what I did, because of one of the recommendations of those lovely people that I just mentioned, so Wild for Games, as well as, I believe, Harris Heller, I think it was from Wild for Games. So he had mentioned, go out and find other people that are playing the same game as you
Yeah.
that are a little bit higher in followers and start communicating
Yeah.
in their channel. And I started doing that, and I met Holly Beebe. She is incredible. Love her. She created, and I just still am dumbfounded on all the shit that she made. She made this little tool, or had somebody probably, and then she makes all these documents in Google Docs.
Yeah.
To make something called the Crash Pad. Mm-hmm. It's technically her take on Big Brother, but in Sims.
Nice.
So literally, like, if she'll make certain things, like right now they're doing, like there's genealogy, so she has like father, daughter, cousin, aunt, whatever it may be.
Oh God, that's insane.
In there, in the game, and then people get voted off, and then they do challenges. And then, like, she has to roll these little dice that she created that would, like, oh, well, this person now is mad at this person, so I have to negative this person. And then the Sims react.
That's kind of cool.
And so then they get mad at each other, so anytime they come by each other, they start fighting. So it's really cool. And she also created The Bachelor, but now she called it The Patchlor just because of copyright and everything. So it's The Patchlor, and same thing, but she created, like, deck cards to show, like,
The
this
characters,
is Sam,
the bios.
and he da-da-da, and then there's, like, floating roses behind it. I'm like, this is
like, you didn't even
what
know,
I want to be.
You didn't even know you could play the game.
Correct. So then I started going, what can I do? So I'm slowly tapping into it. So I created Fixer Upper Fridays. So we created Joanna Gaines, moved her into a house, fixed up the whole house, and had a blast. I don't even think we're done with it all. But, like, I was being able to be creative. I'm like, okay, so I want to create this bathroom, but the bathroom's too small. So now we have to push out the kitchen over here to make the bedroom bigger, to push over the... And I was having so much fun. I even created, finally, like, a little breakfast nook area, which is awesome. And then I created Fab 5.
Yeah.
And
that was the shit from Weekly Catch-Up.
Yes. So Fab 5 I totally did.
Brought it back.
And the other thing I do is, or trying or dabbling in, is make me a Sim Monday.
Yeah.
So I want somebody in my channel that wants me to make them, and they get to pick everything.
Yeah.
So we did it with Wild One, and we tried making him a comedian, but then we got into trying to get him laid, and then
his house like burning
his
down
house
or something?
kept getting
Junk or garbage or
it was all
something?
goblins were coming out, or gremlins, and they were like breaking all the appliances, so he couldn't go to work. So we decided to create a weed plant, but then we couldn't figure out how to cure the weed.
God,
it was crazy. And then this vampire came out and he killed a vampire.
I'm just kind
Got
of
crazy.
I'm kind of excited because like Nerdy is one of the first ones that I'm kind of like looking at as like people, because every other times I went to go like watch streams, it was always like a show, or it's like a YouTube people, but they treat it as a show. And I was like, okay, well I like
I just
that.
need to give you a list of all the people.
It's like I like that
follow.
it's a show, but I want to start seeing like people. Like I want to see actually people like, playing and connecting. So yeah, I'm excited to see what's out there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that's great.
Yeah. I think we did a good episode today.
I think it was fabulous. You guys are going to have such a fun time.
Definitely got deeper than I thought we would in RCA. Because you went like, hey, we're going to this and this. I'm glad we got there though. That's nice.
I enjoyed it as well. You guys, hopefully you enjoyed it also.
Yeah.
If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Mm-hmm. Also, like and share for those that are looking for us.
Yeah. They're missing it.
They want something in their life that's so amazing.
And it might just be us.
It might be. But we're going to go hang out, go get some burgers and books.
BBs.
Oh my God.
B&B.
Double B's.
Double B's or B&B?
B&B.
What, burgers?
Boogers and beer. Burgers and beer.
Books.
So boogers and... Have you ever seen... Okay, hold on. This is going to go to a whole nother level. Have you ever seen that South Park where Cartman pretends that he's a Yelp reviewer?
Yes.
We're going to leave it at that. Okay, you guys, always remember to geek responsibly.